world had been rewritten. Reality itself bent at the whim of the Hobgoblin, now wearing the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme. In a dim diner booth, Dr. Strange confessed the truth to Spider-Man. The villain's power came from the Word of God, a forbidden tome stolen from Strange himself. Disguised as a Bugle reporter, Hobgoblin infiltrated the Sanctum, crippled Wong, unleashed the Mindless Ones, and left Strange stripped of his title. Peter asked the obvious question, why not erase them from existence? Strange's grim answer, because he wants us to suffer first. And then Strange made his desperate offer. I can't fight him, not anymore, but I can teach you. Peter balked, but Strange pressed. I was just a surgeon once. You already know magic is real. Don't underestimate yourself. It's our only shot. Before training began, Peter returned to Queens. What he found shook him to his core. Uncle Ben, alive. For a fleeting moment, he let himself believe this twisted new world might be worth keeping. But then the ceiling caved in. Hobgoblin, cloaked in sorcery, had tracked him. The fight tore the Parker home apart, and when the smoke cleared, Peter was clutching May's lifeless body. Ben's grief curdled into rage. Police stormed in with weapons raised. Only Black Cat's intervention dragged Peter out alive. On a cold rooftop, Peter's voice broke with fury. Teach me everything. From that vow, the real war began. Far away, in the stolen Sanctum, Hobgoblin raged. Despite all his power, Spider-Man had slipped away. Meanwhile, in the Arctic, Strange brought Peter and Black Cat to Camartage, the mountain stronghold where he had once trained. Its wards cloaked them from detection, almost. A storm of wings shattered the silence. Out of the night sky, Morbius lunged. Your blood is mine, Spider-Man. Peter fought back with webs and wit, but the vampire was relentless, until the wards of Camartage slammed shut, casting him into the snow outside. Snarling at the barrier, Morbius promised eternity. You can hide for 100 years. I will still be here when you crawl out. Inside the temple, Strange laid it out. Time doesn't pass the same here. Accept it. I'll teach you just enough to survive. The rest, you must find on your own. The symbiote whispered otherwise, hungering, but Peter pressed on. Weeks outside became a year inside. By the end, he'd mastered only the barest edge of magic. The test finally came. When Dr. Octopus robbed a bank, Peter crashed through the skylight, blocking steel tentacles with a shimmering spell shield, scattering illusions that confused his foe, and finishing the fight with a magician's trick and a brawler's punch. Magic suits you, Strange admitted. But Peter wasn't interested in compliments. It's time, he said. We're going after Hobgoblin. At the Sanctum, the trio stormed through the gates. Hobgoblin himself appeared, mocking, furious. I searched for you for weeks, and you walk into my home? Peter split into magical clones. Good, then you're gonna love this. While Hobgoblin reeled, Spider-Man and Black Cat pressed deeper, only to be cut off by Baron Mordo, draped in the cloak of levitation, the eye of Agamotto glowing on his chest. Spider-Man fired a webline. Mordo shredded it with a flick. Black Cat's grapnel shot forward. He batted it aside without effort. Pathetic, Mordo sneered. A cold voice cut through the chamber. Where is the word of God, Mordo? Dr. Strange stepped from the shadows. Mordo smirked. Tell you where it is? So you can undo everything? Without power, you're nothing, Strange. Strange's reply was sudden, a burst of mace to the face. He lunged for the eye, but Mordo hurled him across the chamber with a blast. Stay out of my head, Mordo roared. As Strange fell, he grabbed Peter, tearing open a portal. We can't win here. Move. As they vanished, Mordo rounded on Black Cat. You let them escape. Still bound, she snapped. Then untie me, genius. Or do I have to do everything myself? It turned out she had been working for him all along. The pair landed in the frozen Arctic. Peter raged. They'd left someone behind. Strange warned him that trust was a dangerous illusion, that Black Cat was not what she seemed. Peter didn't care. His grief boiled over, claws from the symbiote flashing in the snow. Finally, Strange relented. Fine, I'll take you back, but pray this isn't the mistake that destroys us both. As the portal split the blizzard open, a shadow watched them vanish. Morbius, lips curling over his fangs, whispered into the night, I hate those guys. To be continued.